Okay, here we are. Uh, I wanted to talk. I wanted to talk a little bit about the California fires. Of course, that's something that is in the news, or at least it was. I was looking today, and it's like it fell off the front page. I don't think anybody cares. At the end of the day, I really don't. Governor Newsom, he is totally unqualified for that job, and he doesn't give a rat's ass about the people that live there. He really doesn't. He can say what he wants, but I we've gotten into the thing today. Now, I did see a report today that the ATF was out there. I think it was the ATF. Anyway, they were looking into trying to figure out what started the fires. Now, mind you, there's been 4 or 5 of them. The Palisades is the worst one, and I think it's still burning as I speak today. What is this, the 14th? Uh, but into the whoops, hang on just a second. There we go. End of the day, we're out right now looking, and they were leading you to believe. Here's what the talking points will be here in the next few days. From what I understand, and from what they said on, I don't know if it was MSNBC or where, but they're talking about they believe it was possibly fireworks that started this thing. Now, fireworks. Fireworks. So it's innocuous. It's not a big deal. It just so happens it burned down like 12,000 structures. We're not supposed. Don't look over here. It's no big deal. It was fireworks, folks. It had nothing to do with us wanting to move an entire city out of away from the ocean so that vultures can come in and scoop up the property at a pennies on the dollar. It has nothing to do with that. Oh, and what happened in Maui? Don't pay any attention to that. That has nothing to do with reality. You are being told a story by conspiracy theorists out there. It was all just an act of nature. Just an act of nature. An act of nature. Okay, let me show you something here right quick. We're gonna add this here, and I want you to see this. Now, do you see what you're looking at there? Do you see that? This is satellite footage that shows all 3 of the fires in California starting at the same time. You see that? Watch this. Boom, boom, boom. Big triangle. Now that's satellite footage of that. Now, you're telling me that that's just a coincidence that those 3 fires started at the same time. Of course it's not. Of course it's not. Is it incompetence? The fact that the way it was handled? I think it was planned incompetence. That's what I think. I think these people are, let's say, for lack of a better term, they're Soros plants. Okay. They pick the most incompetent, incapable people and they put them in positions of power. That's what I fully believe with all my heart. This is the deep state attack on the country. It's either that or it's terrorism, and I haven't heard that word used either. Because if you think about it, what would be the easiest way for a terrorist to do some real damage to the United States? Start a fire, especially in a place that's prone to that. I mean, mismanagement of the forest, uh, uh, lack of a cogent plan for water storage. You've got hydrants that don't work. I mean, there's just numerous things going on here. Numerous. I mean, they really think. They think we're all idiots. Yeah, you get the feeling sometimes, and no one asks any questions. Insurance is non-available in California. Has been for months, maybe years. California's made it impossible for insurance companies to make money in their state, so they pull out. So a lot of these people aren't insured. And what happens? You're not going to rebuild because I saw a clip today of the assessor of LA County, and he said that even though your house burned down, the majority of your property values are based on the value of the ground that you're on. So he was basically saying pretty much 2/3 of your real estate taxes will still be due, even though you don't have a house on that property. 2/3. You're talking about tens of thousands of dollars. These people have no homes. You got Kamala Harris telling everybody to just be calm, take a big deep breath, do whatever you have to do. It's ridiculous. I hate these people. This is the bastion of the left right here. California is the center of liberal craziness. It just is. They've got a homeless situation that's out of control. You've got a nitwit governor who should absolutely have no control of this whatsoever. He's the worst governor of all time. Completely unprepared for this. Completely. And then on top of everything else, you've got this.
Wrong place if I have to carry him out of a fire.
Oh, here, let me start that over again. Okay, here we go.
Call that looks like you. It gives that person a little bit more ease.
Let me back up. I'm sorry. Apologize. This is all new to me. So bear with me.
You want to see somebody that responds to your house, your emergency, whether it's a medical call or a fire call, that looks like you. It gives that person a little bit more ease, knowing that somebody might understand their situation better.
Okay, let me see if I got this straight, ma'am. And I think it's ma'am. I think it is. I can't tell if this is a guy or a girl. I know it's a girl. She's a lesbian. I think this is the LA Fire Department's chief, if I'm not mistaken. This was back in 2019. I think she made this video. She's now in charge, which I think is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. She's been picked out of a group because of DEI. It's that simple. This is an absolute result of DEI. What's going on in California right now is the direct result of DEI. And on top of everything else, the voters in LA County and in California as a whole are responsible for this. Honestly, at a certain level, I don't even feel sorry for them. I don't. You voted for this. You did. This woman, this person, I'm using the wrong pronoun now. She is in charge of this. Now listen to this. Listen to this.
Is she strong enough to do this? Or you couldn't carry my husband out of a fire, which my response is he got himself in the wrong place if I have to carry him out of a fire.
He got himself in the wrong place if I have to carry him out of a fire. You know, there's only about 5% of working firefighters that are women. You want to know why that is? Because they can't do the job. They shouldn't be there. They shouldn't be there. But and the thing is, what they do is they put these people in charge, and it's like a formula for disaster. I mean, for instance, look at the mayor. Where is that? I've got that. Yeah, here we go. Hang on just a second.
Do you think you should have been visiting Ghana while
look at this. Watch this.
While their homes were burning?
This was right after the mayor of LA got back from Ghana. She'd been gone on a vacation. Why the governor, or not the governor, the mayor of Los Angeles needs to go to Ghana is beyond me. She went for a wedding or something. I guarantee the taxpayers paid for it. This woman is unbelievably bad. She's a communist. She's off the rails. And she got caught by this is the funny thing, an Australian reporter is the one giving her a hard time at the airport. She just returned from Ghana. And in the meantime, while she was gone, LA's burning. And she doesn't give a rip. Now watch this.
Do you regret cutting the fire department budget by millions of dollars, Madam Mayor? Have you nothing
Not
to
a
say
word.
today?
Look at her. Look at her.
Have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today? Elon Musk says that you're utterly incompetent. Are you considering your position?
The thing is, all you got to do is say, my hearts go out. I have no, I can't understand what you're going through right now. I'm going to do everything I possibly can. I could come up with something, but to stand there and not say a word, who are these people? And why do you keep voting for them? Again, when somebody keeps putting their hand on a stove that's hot, eventually I'm going to stop feeling sorry for them when they get burned. Correct? Why do I care? Why do I care? And I'll tell you what's going on at the end of that. Watch this. Look at it.
Madam Mayor, have you absolutely nothing to say to the citizens today who are dealing with this disaster?
It's unbelievable. A politician. That is the worst political statement I've ever seen in my entire career.
Do you think you should have been visiting Ghana while
when
this was
have you ever
unfolding
seen a politician that didn't have anything to say? She didn't even say no comment. She didn't even say that. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This is the kind of incompetence that's going to get people killed. And it's gotten at least 30 killed so far. And I think there's 25 more missing. Again, though, I can only feel so sorry for these people in California, because if you check the voter records and what's what went on in the past election, 67% of the people in Los Angeles County voted for Kamala Harris. What am I supposed to say to that? What am I supposed to say? I'm sorry. That's a shame that you're idiots out there and that you voted for morons. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. So as we go along, you've got this guy, Mr. Newsom again. He's claiming that Donald Trump is threatening the firefighters. I don't know where he got this, but listen to this. You're not going to believe this. Yeah, you're not going to believe this. Well, look at this.
About that in the context of someone threatening our first responders in terms of supporting the immediacy of their needs.
That's what you take it as, that President-elect Trump is threatening the first responders here.
Well, I mean, it's what he said. He said, I'm not going to support the firefighting efforts. I'm not going to support the state of California.
Folks, I don't know about you, but if you could cast Satan in a movie, that right there, that's the face of Satan in a movie. It would be perfect. It would be perfect. And this guy, well, up to this fire, was planning on running for president in 2028. Whether or not that happens, I don't know. But look at that face. Look at that face. And people will still vote for him. They sure will. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Now, moving along, I just want you to know what they're planning. They're planning on, now, mind you, the Olympics are coming in 2028 or 2030 to Los Angeles. So what they're wanting to do, and I think the plan is ultimately, and we're going to talk about this at a later date, they're planning on putting up 15-minute cities. That's what this is all about. They're going to force everybody out. No one's going to be able to rebuild. Okay. Nobody's going to be able to afford it. Not to mention the fact that the permitting you have to go through takes years at best. So people are going to sell their land. They're going to get out of there and leave. And what are they going to do? They're going to change everything. You're going to see a new type of city put in LA. And the reason I say that is because let's see, I've got one of him actually saying that. Let's see here. Maybe this is it. Let's try this one. Let's add this.
Matter of days, not just weeks.
Let's see here.
I was just talking to Josh Green, the governor of down in Hawaii, who had some ideas around some land use concerns he has around speculators coming in, buying up properties and the like. So we're already working with our legal teams to move those things forward, and we'll be presenting those in a matter of days.
We're going to move those things forward. Did you hear that? He's going to move things forward for the speculators.
To move those things forward, and we'll be presenting those in a matter of days. And the like. So we're already working with our legal teams to move those things forward, and we'll be presenting those in a matter of days. Not just
He's going to move it forward. All right. He's going to steal all of that land from the people that own it, just like they're going to do in Maui. And they're going to be 15-minute cities. And I don't know if you're aware of what a 15-minute city is. It's actually a self-contained unit where it's a Chinese-based idea. You have high rises, people living in them, and they will sell it to you this way. They'll say everything you need for life is within 15 minutes. Okay. You can either walk, ride your bike. It's not going to be any cars. You get your hair done. You can go to the store. It's all going to be within 15 minutes. The only problem is you're not going to be able to leave that 15-minute city without permission. That's what they're pushing for. It's going to be like the invisible fence that the dog has with the collar on its neck. You venture outside that barrier, you get shocked. Now, I'm not saying they're going to have collars on. They would love to, believe me, they would. But that's basically what it's going to be. It's going to be a city that you're confined to, and you need permission to leave it. That's what they're shooting for. California be the first. You wait and see. That's what they're shooting for. Now, Donald Trump has put a bit of a snag in that plan. I guarantee that. But at the end of the day, that's what's happening. Now, having said that, Joe Biden announced yesterday that, let me see if I can find him right quick. Like I said, I'm kind of new at this, so it's taken me some time to, that's okay. Point is, Joe Biden announced yesterday that everybody who's involved in this is going to get a check for $770, a one-time check for $770. He gave $750 to the people in North Carolina, and he don't give a damn about them. So $770, you got $20 more. So don't spend it all in one place, is all I can say. Now, FEMA, they'll tell you FEMA's out of money. Remember when we were told FEMA was out of money? Let's see. Let me play this. This is a good one.
Fact is, leaders will need to confront a very complicated and challenging reality moving forward. But right now, that is not exactly what is happening. Instead, Donald Trump and his allies are injecting half-truths, misinformation, and flat out.
Now, first of all, I want you to understand, this is MSNBC. This is Jen Psaki, or whatever her name is. I call her Pippi Longstocking. Pain in the ass. She's a liar from the get-go. Cannot stand her. But what she's going to tell you is that FEMA did not misappropriate or there was no money taken from FEMA at any time for disasters. It just didn't happen. Listen.
Out lies in some cases in order to score a version of political points, I suppose. We saw something similar play out just this past October in the aftermath of Hurricanes Helene and Milton, when Trump repeatedly lied about FEMA spending disaster relief funds on migrants, which didn't happen. Also baselessly claiming that the Biden administration...
Did you hear that? It didn't happen. I want you to remember that. She said that FEMA did not spend money somewhere else. It didn't happen, right? Baselessly claiming that the Biden administration was absent
and incompetent in delivering aid, despite what elected officials of both parties on the ground said. Those lies were then spread and amplified by the richest man in the world on the social media site that he owns.
Yeah, whatever. I can't stand her because I think she's got a thing for Elon anyway. But nonetheless, having said that, listen to this one.
Coordinate available federal support from...
Okay, now watch. We're going to back it up here. We'll start it over.
FEMA regional administrators have been meeting with city officials on site to coordinate available federal support from FEMA and other federal agencies. Funding is also available through FEMA's emergency food and shelter program to eligible local governments and non-for-profit organizations upon request to support humanitarian relief for migrants. We'll continue to do what we can as a federal government to support these cities as we rebuild.
Yeah. See? Contradicted herself. So who's lying to you? Would it be Jen on MSNBC, or would it be KJP, the White House spokesperson? I'm going to believe the White House spokesperson. She's the one speaking for the White House and the administration. She says we are allocating FEMA funds to other groups. Jen says that that's a lie. Trump's saying that it's a lie. I'm telling you, folks, this is all a con job. This fire, I believe these fires were set on purpose, and it was to drive people out. And I tell you what, if you think that's not the case, just watch any Western, okay? Read any historical book about the Old West. When they wanted settlers out, when the cattlemen wanted settlers gone, or people wanted to put the railroad through or whatever, what did they do? They burned people out. It's exactly what they did. So there you go. It's all fake, and it's at the cost of people's lives, their livelihoods, and their dreams, their homes, everything. And the federal government doesn't give a rat's ass about you or me or anybody else. That's it. That's it. Not a single rip. They do not care. So anyway, that's all I got today. And I will talk to you again as soon as we can.